are now, create broadcast. We are now streaming. Yes, we're live. We're live. Let me move that over here, and I'll pop out the chat. And yep, pretty much. Give me a second. I'm just moving things around here on the streaming machine. Have everything ready. All right. What are we doing today? So today we're actually doing. I'm testing. I'm in localhost, as you can see, and I'm testing the new version. So we've had many changes now in Open Lesson. So in the last couple days, I mean, we're working on the V2 for the agentic stuff. So it's still work in progress. And again, same story as always. It's late at night, baby sleeping. I might actually have to do like a be right back kind of thing where I just go off for a few minutes and then come back if baby's sleeping again. So the idea is, so I wanted to basically test today, because there's a lot of things I can show that I've been working on, but I don't want to waste too much time on these. I want to actually do a few tests. So I want to go to the console. So I want to go to here, and I want to go to files, see models, storage, files, and I wanna kind of test a few things in here, because what I'm trying to test is that these backend works. So now essentially what we're doing is, and we'll go again with our beloved JS pane. Sorry for the wide flash in here. What is Theo using in his? Is he using one of these note-taking things? But is it like the free version of it? Yeah, let me ask Gronk. What is Theo using for his note-taking on live streams? Because maybe maybe I'll just get the same. But then at least I don't have to. Is he using Obsidian and Notion? Obsidian is more note-taking. I want like the canvas kind of thing. Notion. Too much work. Excalidraw. Oh, that's what he's using. He did mention that actually. Oh yes. And do they have? Oh, cool. Excalidraw. So it's actually. Oh, nice. So I actually can just. Wait, how do I switch to dark mode? Oh, nice. Is that what he's using? Okay, that's cool. Then I can just use that maybe. Excalidraw. I'll have to get used to it. Okay, so just forgive me if I'm not good at this kind of stuff yet. But essentially, what we're doing now is these. So we have. Oh, that's good. I needed like that kind of one tool. You just kind of click. Just type in and then you're like right away there. What we're doing now is we have the front end. So that's front end, and then we have essentially what's now happening is in Subbase storage, and then we actually have xAI storage. And so what we're doing is we are actually sending the raw audio files here. So we're doing raw audio is here, and then we're doing, so we have shortcuts. Okay, so we're doing everything else goes here. And actually what's also happening is that so So this is, yeah, backend. And then essentially what we have is this is a the transcribe, and what the transcription is doing is actually sending it the transcript. The goal is to have everything here in storage. Oh, I like this. I like this. The goal is to have everything that I can here in xAI storage, because then this thing is essentially what you're seeing here. What this does is it actually does agentic search on it. So you only need to pass the references of the files to the model in order to wait a second. You only have to pass these in order to get them included in the prompt. It's not that they're included in the prompt, it's that then the model actually uses them agentically, so to say, to to give you an answer, a response, right? So it's not like the typical chat completion. And so this means I need to I save a bunch of complexity. Now this is much more expensive than these. So this is but it makes sense. And the plan that I have here is that it will essentially, what I will do, which is, this is not done yet, is that I will actually basically I will go how can I do this? Draw. Can I just do this? I will send stuff here. Well, not even here, but yeah, whatever. It might be even somewhere else. So it might just be another piece that we call storage. Where essentially we will be sending stuff here and stuff here. So this will be basically after session is closed, and we'll basically we'll kind of send a summary and whatnot, right? So as well, so we'll generate a summary and stuff like this, but essentially it will no, the summary stays here. So compressed session stays in hot memory, in hot storage. That's the idea, right? What's the pricing on the plus? Because that's good. Free forever. This is $6 a month. Yeah, and then you have everything stored. I'm so tempted. Anyway, I'll think about this. Yeah, that's good. I mean, this is definitely good. So that's what I'm testing today. Okay, so I'll go now. We'll now test this. So we'll go to just do a quick session. We will actually do I don't know, what can we do? Can we do something like well, let's just dive into something specific. It starts from an evolve. What is free energy and why does it matter? Something from geometry, which I usually like. Topological space. Let's do these. How does Pythagorean theorem generalize to higher dimensions? Let's do this one. I mean, one of the things that I added, by the way, is in plan mode now you can attach files and it'll create the plans like these. So if you open one of these plans, I'll show you now in a second, but we can start this session. And I'm simplifying a few things. So I'll basically go with auto advance on, and I'll go with English. And now when you start a session, you will see it's a very different experience. It's a very different experience. So essentially now we have Helios, right? And we have also a very nice background image as well in here, and we have these, yeah. And so the idea here is Helios is giving you, you can listen to it. Now I don't have a speaker connected to this, so the sound, you wouldn't hear the sound here because I'm streaming from the workstation, but it just reads these out loud. It tells you sort of where things are, and then you can just kind of, you know, open the session plan and take a look at what are we going to do today. So, and now you kind of, you can still, you know, do things like these. I might actually hide these guys, you know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hide these actually. I forgot to hide these. Because now you can control tools, Helios, and the session plan just like that. So you can actually open up your tools in here, and you can also just have these set up. So we will start first with a, you know, what do you recall about the Pythagorean theories in 2D, and why does it work for right triangles? So it's an interesting question. Let's get started. And what I want to do is I want to see if these work. So I'm gonna really sort of role play this session through a little bit, and I have to check because there is the logs that I can take a look at here, and I see some failures. Audio save file, audio upload returned, no data. So I will look into these. It just seems like it's definitely failing the audio. It's all of them are failing the audio. That's one thing to fix. Okay, so it's not really gonna transcribe anything. That's the problem right now. Okay, so we're not really gonna be able to test it. It's failing because I'm still having a problem with MP4, and so I need to take a look at these. What I'll do is, yeah, I'll show you around the other features, and then we'll wrap it up, and I'll continue fixing these, because actually yeah. Well, let me just walk you around these, and then we'll actually start fixing these audio, and then I'll show you the other things that I've done. And so now you have this view here where essentially you can hide the tools, and you have, okay, so if Pythagorean theories holds for 2D with 2 squares, why does a 3D rectangular diagonal require exactly 3 squared terms? It's a good question. Wait, that's actually basic. Wait a second. But the Pythagorean theorem was for triangles, wasn't it? So you can now, well, another bug. Another bug. It didn't start the session. Session didn't start. Oh boy, now I'm even thinking like oh, okay, so there's basically one. Okay, so I'll just move things. We'll just move things around. We'll just make a box here with bags for now. So didn't autoplay, but that's fine. I'm here, and I'll just start playing. So I'm gonna ask these. I mean, I'm gonna ask actually a rectangular box into the 2 perpendicular directions require 2 squared terms. Because a 3D rectangular box. Now wait, so wasn't Pythagoras for triangles? Am I that dumb? Am I that dumb? Into the, how am I nesting 1 to the diagonal 3 squared terms? Okay, but the question says So essentially squares. Is it because you're putting the triangles? You're splitting a square in a triangle? Oh. Oh. It's late at night. Okay. Holds for 2D with 2 squares. Why does 3D rectangle require exactly 3 square times? It's a good question. It's a good question. Let's... What is even the Pythagorean theorems in 3D? I mean, that is actually... like I remember, I mean, the Pythagorean theories is this thing, right? Where you kind of have these, and these. Oh boy, I'm just thinking whether we couldn't just... Oh, that would be actually quite good. Would it actually support to do a version of these in here? This is a good tool actually. Here, anyway, so this is a triangle. So that's, if this is A and this is B and this is C, then essentially is that A squared equals B squared plus C squared, right? But to be honest, I don't remember at all how is that even derived? I don't even remember how is that even derived. Similar triangles or area arrangement of squares. That property of right triangles lets the area of the two smaller squares exactly equal the largest square. So many 2D derivations use similar triangles or area rearrangement of squares. Ah, I remember these. That's true. They do this thing where... Wait. Yeah. That's this thing where they do these. So this is this area, and then this area, and then why is this equal to this area? I'm not gonna get into... I mean, again, the thing is... I'll stop it here because, to be honest, the data is not being sent right now in localhost. So if I look at the logs, you can see the audios are failing. Cool. So that's for sure. But you see how this works, right? So I think that's a pretty neat layout that we ended up with. But I'm now thinking, damn it, maybe Excalidraw... Is Excalidraw open source? It is, right? End-to-end encrypted. I wonder... Google Cloud Meta. Yeah, Replit. Ah, boy, I should do this. I should integrate that. Why not? This is definitely shitty. Like, that's going to be much better if I integrate Excalidraw here. That's going to be definitely a good thing in the roadmap. So for the roadmap, yeah. So, but okay, that's these, and then I need to fix that. So you see, so essentially, I've now modified. I think the onboarding into a session is much smoother. Is way smoother, and it's more clear in terms of what it is that you're doing, right? And now obviously this is not working because the audio is not being sent. And so if I look at the files, I mean, I'm sending data, right? So this is tool data, and I can check this one, for example. test. Oh, is that documents? Sorry. Oh no, that's an image. Ah, that's the canvas. Yeah, that's the canvas. Exactly, that's the canvas image. Yeah, that's the canvas image. The stuff. So anyway, this is I think that's pretty much improved. I like the way this looks like. I just realized now Excalidraw is what makes the most sense, and then I think we can get rid of notebook, because to be honest, in Excalidraw you can already type in text. So actually, essentially, this turns into like get rid of. Although notebook might still be useful, maybe we can keep notebook. It doesn't hurt anyone. We should integrate. I think that this is actually quite responsive, isn't it? Yeah, because you can just basically do these. So it would actually fit in a panel like that. I think so. I think it fits, and you have the controls here. And obviously you're going to do smaller things if you... I'm not so sure how's it going to look like for mobile. How does it look like for mobile, actually? Oh, there's Zen mode. What? View mode, canvas and shape properties. There's a lot of stuff. How's it going to look like for mobile mode? Okay. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how that goes, but that's definitely something that I want to do. Yeah. Anyway, that's cool. So the other thing that I've done is these. Essentially, now what you can do is when you're starting a when you're let's do something cool. Okay, let's do something cool. Let's take let's go to X, and let's go to one of my favorite artists, which is Piotr Binkowski. Is the person that I'm stealing the images, not stealing. I asked for his permission. I'm using these images. And so I want to go and I want to copy one of these, and I want to show you how many cool things you can do with Open Lesson. One thing you can do now is essentially copy paste the image in here, or you can actually just attach multiple files and say, I want to learn how to create art of this type. And now this is going to be a little slower because it's still still a bit of work optimizing things. But what is happening now is we're creating a plan with these files as part of context. This goes all to Grok as well, and that's the advantage of having everything there, so to say, right? Because then essentially I can use that. Let's see. It does take a little longer, but I think I'm just gonna work on the process, maybe with a progress bar or something like this. Anyway, we have these now, and we have the files here now as well. So you have files. You can add files in here. So I can add more images. I'm not so sure copy paste works here. Let me try. Let's try copy paste here. No, here it doesn't work. I have to go and pick one of these. Okay, I can just upload another file. And essentially I can add files to the context, and that works really well. It's a feature that works well for when you want to do things like getting, you know, your sales team to practice your pitch, and so you can upload your pitch deck, you can upload your, you know, stuff like this in here. And anyway, you have everything that is in the plan builder. Now we have these sessions. Digital tools and brushes, epic scale perspective, dramatic color mode, red rock landscapes. It's interesting. It didn't kind of realize that it's probably AI, but I mean, let's see what it does, right? So the idea is, well, now you have these files, right? And now if I get in a session, I'm not so sure if the agent finished that with that. Let me see. should be able to access these files from within the session, I think. Hi, I'm Helios, but okay, so in theory, starting the session should start. No, there's no tool in here actually. I want to make these files available here for download as well. So I actually want to have a files tool. So that's missing as well. Wait, did I lose? Files tool inside session for sure. No, now it started the session. Interesting. Maybe it was just a little glitch. It starts the session and I'm not too happy about the first probe. Always the first step being kind of like, what do you already know? But I mean, it is a good way to start, right? So, if brush settings alone dictate stroke texture, why do identical presets behave unpredictably when swapped between the brush and the mixer tools? What? That's crazy. If brush settings alone dictate the stroke texture, why do identical presets behave unpredictably when swapped between the brush and mixer tools? I don't even know. So in this case, I would go with some practice because I definitely want to practice these and see what it suggests me to do. But you get a gist of it, right? How to use these. Okay, so we have practice exercise brushes and shutdowns. Discover exactly what anything presents. Create a document. Pick any texture brush preset as visible. Okay. I'm for now. This is still like a very early stage. You just get these and that's it. There's no way that you can actually now go and jump to kind of do that as a side quest. You know what I mean? But maybe there's an idea where you're like, okay, cool. I wanna pin that exercise, right? I want to pin that, come back to it later. Want to go and do something else with resources. So I think, I mean, this is definitely another feature. Pin exercise or pin theory. Side quest. Pin theory maybe, because it's the same here, right? So if I can take a look at resources and it opens theory with things that I can go out of the system and work with. Let me stop this. But yeah, I'll wrap it up here. I think this is almost perfect. Is very happy with the tool. I just have to now work on. I have to work on the peach. I have to work on the landing page a lot. I think I have to work on the landing page, and to sort of convey the message better. Now I have this here. So Adobe Mix Brush tools, Adobe Brush presets, Photoshops. I should be able to change these. I have the feeling that in practice and tools, yeah, now I lost them, right? So, add prompt to modify but these are features that I can easily add later. These are features I can easily add later, but that's cool. Okay, so that's this, and then awesome. And when you need help, it goes back to like this mode, and then I'm gonna add a few pieces of. When you click help, I'm gonna add a few other things in here. That are basically, it's not going to be even the same text. It's going to be like something that is more dedicated to like actually being help, right. So but for now I'm taking you to the same introduction where it's like, okay, start session, open tools, open session plan, right. And that's how you discover that the tools pop up here, and session plan pops out from this side, and you can control them from here at the top. Awesome, guys. Keep pushing and keep building these. That's the ILE experience for now. See you. See you around. Actually, wait a second. Let me stop streaming.